Oh boy, we are live, ladies and gentlemen. A little last minute cast, you know. I'm in here in the booth, ready to tear it up. We ping Discord again. Alright.
Pull right there.
Let's not have my audio go through
Let's not have my
audio go through
Let's not have my audio go through.
Okay. Sweet. We pop out chat as well, and we'll be good to go. Bands coming out. I already see a Katarina band. Haven't seen that one this league. Tell you what, Twitch band coming out for Rekkers. Surely. He is the stinky man, the man in the can, the rat, the one with the stinky cheese. That's him. Samira band, also for Rekkers. Makes sense. Pop out chat. Lux band for Cheney. Again, I feel like I'm having deja vu with these bands. Oriana band, never bad. Seen a couple bands cycling through here. Most likely will be the third Cheney band, if I had to guess. See that Akali? No Akali band. It is open for Cheney this time. It does not usually happen. Volibear being banned instead. That champion is absolutely disgusting right now. Diana being locked in, probably in the mid lane here. Could be jungle though. Not sure if Dark One plays Diana. How certifiably based would it be to post in the MF Reformed League that we're having playoffs right now? I should just drop it in the shit talk channel and tag Mike. That'll be my only piece of banner for tonight. Maybe one piece of banter per drink. Do you see the Kayn and the Anivia locked in? Gemstone on the Anivia, quite a comfort pick. Curious to see if that's a Kayn jungle or a Kayn top. Maybe we got a Bouse Enjoyer, that'd be pretty sweet. Yummi bot picking up the Karma, comfort pick for him as well. Can you Nara? Potentially. Not seen Lexi play Yunara before. I've seen Tyzat play a lot of Yunara. Word on the streets, his favorite champion now. Ziggs? It's gonna be the fabled AP bot lane. We're gonna see a legendary crash out. Smolder being locked in. Seems like a safer pick. Rekkers has definitely done well on the Smolder before.
Seriously? Seriously? Lame.
Con ban, interesting. The Mumu ban as well. Do like taking a Mumu off the table with the Diana. That is a really strong wobble combo. Mordekaiser getting banned as well. Not quite sure I like the Mordekaiser ban here. They already have a lot of AP on the side of the backpackers. So forcing them into an AP top laner like Mordekaiser wouldn't be too bad unless it's just a really uncomfortable matchup.
Think carefully, my friend.
Alright. I am peeping the stream to a couple discords right now. See if we can get some hype going on for the first series of playoffs in the Good Home. It's like pretty lit. I believe it's going to be a best of 3 series, or best of 5, excuse me. But I will confirm that after game 1. Once we get going too, we'll get those predictions in chat as well. Gangplank being locked in and Zillion as well. I think those are 2 champions that we have not seen in the league. That's pretty exciting. Curious to see Gangplank's going to be looking like. It's going to be Rarmix on it, I imagine, in the top lane, unless Cheney has been practicing Gangplank mid, but doesn't really seem like his champ. Maokai, nice safe tank. So we have a lot of ways the roles go here. I'm imagining it's going to be a Maokai jungle Diana mid. Scion being picked here. If that is into Gangplank, early game is a bit tough, but you just outscale so hard with HP. At least lane-wise. I mean, like, late game GP is a monster, but hopefully you just don't let him get there and you split push forever and cause him to have to not play the team. Should be a banger, though, getting on into game 1 here. Alright, let's do another tier list while we're waiting in chat before the game starts. Do have that spectator delay going on. Let me see here. Alright. I don't think we did a candy tier list last time. So let's do... Oh wait, this is like an old ass candy tier list, but I'm kind of here for it. Okay, let me show Chrome. Minimize the client. Let's see here. Oh, I think it was a specific Chrome window here. Let me see. Let's do a new capture. Window capture. All right. We got some candies going on here. Let's make this full screen. Cool. How long do we have? We have a minute 40. Cool. Warheads. Honestly, I feel like you show these to your friend when you're like 11. You're like, try this, dude, and you both kind of hate it, but it tastes okay when you get over the sourness. But I'm gonna put this in D tier, honestly. Like from an enjoyability standpoint, pretty bad. Reese's Pieces, it's an easy S. Some people say M&Ms are better. I disagree, but I'm also a peanut butter fiend. Bubble tape. Okay, honestly, this shit kind of goes hard. I feel like the aesthetic of this container as a kid was absolutely banging. I'm gonna put this in B tier. Like, it's bubblegum. I feel like as a kid, I'd almost always want, like chocolate or something I could like swallow. I don't know, because then you have to like figure out what you do with the gum. Like, where do you put it? Like, the flavor doesn't last that long, but aesthetic pretty banging. 100 grand. I don't think I ever, like, as a kid was like, man, I'm going to go to the gas station. I'm going to get an 100 grand bar. Like, I think the only time I ever had one of these was, like, at my grandparents'. Because that was the only thing that was there. So I'm going to put that in C tier. Bazooka Bubblegum. It's pretty banging. I'm going to put this above the bubble tape because you always got the comic in there, and that was pretty sweet. Definitely a fan of that. We will continue this tier list after the game. We are about to hop in. Let's get our client pulled up here. We do have, it's like Kane's going to be in the jungle. That makes a lot of sense. Scuttler on the Zillion, subbing in for Swice here. Subbing for Swice. Turn on chat. We should be good to go. Let's get on in here. Game 1 of the playoffs. So the teams are thinking here. Looks like we might be going for, looks like to be a 5-point. Go down to both sides here. Yeah, just frames. Is going to be a gangplank top. Makes sense. Maokai jungle. Alright, we're looking good. 5-point coming on out here. I am a Baus enjoyer. I do want to try some Kane top. That does look hella fun. Potential, a little bit of scrimmaging here. Q mantra is going to go off. A little bit of that poke. Minions have spawn jump, so if going to lane here, we'll take the Q. 1 auto. It's going to get a little bit back here. Another Q coming at you, but here 1 auto, 2 auto. Oh, you hate to see it. I believe that's going to be forced TP. Scott's going to land 1 bomb on Yummi, but here is not going to do too much. Oh my god, Gemstone's going to stay. Oh no, he's going to pop a potion. That is tough, as usually. Maybe he should be walking up here, harassing with autos. You see Rekkers going for the sneeze. He's got some fire in his nostrils, he's a fiery boy. He's just going to try and slow down this lane as much as possible, get all of those stacks. Well, there will definitely pop off if that's the case. Curious to see. I have not watched a lot of Yunara lane. I'm curious to how aggressive she is. Do love me a nice Scion top lane though. You know what I like even more? A Cull start. That's the Chad's buy for Scion. He's just getting poked out a little bit by these Qs here and barrels. But definitely want to go for that early shove, try and get the cheater recall if you can. Rekkles taking quite a bit of poke here. Stunning it out on Yummi, but Ignite will go out with Bomb as well. Will pop the health potion. Suck is coming in on the middle here on the chain. He will proc, he'll execute quite a bit of damage. Angry cat emoji, I agree. Barrel coming out. Roughly even here. About looking for a bit of the flank play. Oh, the flash W onto the minion. You hate to see it. That was might be some of them butterfingers going on. Best of 5 poggers, you know it, my dude. Good to see ya. So we got 5 games, but only 4 drinks. So I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Cheney gonna go dashing in here. Is level 4. 1 auto come out. Proc the egg. Are gonna see the feather. It's coming down, but it's quite a bit of damage. Gems will be able to get the Q off here. Oh my god, Cheney will get first blood. We do see Suck and Dark One fight out in the jungle here. Yummi bot here to support will land the shield. Suck's gonna go into the wall. Red buff is going to be stolen here for Dark One. Sorry, taken. I got my sides mixed up. TP is coming in from Gemstone behind here into the Raptor pit. Suck is going to go down. This TP is going to be just not quite it. Damage coming out on the Dark One here. Q and the E. 1 auto. 2 auto is going to pick it up. Dark One will get the kill though. It's going to be Feats of Warfare going on over to the Backpackers. Farmrex trying to go a little for the freeze here. Don't think it's going to happen. Wave is going to crash. Saito down about 4 CS here, but does have the wave. Let's see, we're looking gold-wise. Really want to crash this wave in here, or even honestly look for the death. Rough TP grab, but 1 is alright, true. Ooh. Qs are not going to hit fully on Yummibot here. Snare is going to come out. Double buffs. I think Yummibot might just kill here, honestly. Mantra Q would do it. Suck going over the wall here onto Yummibot. Is going to back off. Dark One's waiting here. This isn't necessarily a bad death angle at all. Definitely want to be playing the Scion passive here for sure. You do not want to walk back the tower, my guy. No, the wave. And this is that's tough, where if you die that far away from the wave, not only can you not necessarily get damage, because everyone always slows you in the Scion passive, but it is tough to get the wave. Do you see... I wonder what Saito is going to build here. I don't really like Heartsteel in any matchup outside of a tank matchup. I'm a big fan of Titanic into Overlords. Gemstone is going to... Oh my gosh. Jangy level 6 to Gemstone's level 4 right now. This is not looking great. Lexi is going to land the Snare Flash and Barrier coming out of Rekkles there. Barely living for that Gangplank ultimate. Here we are going to see Suck starting up the Dragon. And Cheney just has a commanding lead here. 2 kills, double the CS. That... Honestly, that early trade was brutal. That level 1 harass. I think Gemstone should have just taken his medicine there, taking the back, but I get it. It feels really bad. 69. Nice. Yeah, I hate to see it fed Diana. Diana is horrifying when she's ahead. Scott getting a little cheeky with these Qs. Saito walking up. Does land the fat Q. Walk in there, my dude. Hit him. Use that grasp. Don't be scared. You're a big boy. You're a big Scion. You're a tank. You got a Giant's belt. It's got a fist on it. Scott taking some damage here. Rekkers forced to flap. Dark One is looking here. Will throw the alien. On the wave. Gemstone almost level 6 here. That will open up a lot of zone control, at least in the mid-wave. Barrel is going to land. God, grasp on Gangplank feels so unfair with his Q. That's so gross. But at least it's not as bad as Kleptomancy. We bot here, gonna be finishing the quest. Nice little level up on the Rekkers there, actually. Curious to see if he pushes through. He does have R. Nice little cheeky play there. We do see Saito in the top lane here, but Dark One is going behind in the bot lane here. Will ult get a snare onto Rekkers there. Ult will not kill Lexi. We bot will land the stun. Rekkers going to be going down here. Little sapling not going to slow. Suck looking onto Grubs here, trying to force a cross map play. Q in the bush from Saito here. Get that auto attack off, but this, oh, he's surely gonna die here. Died here though. Oh, Gemstone is going to be going down. Passive will be procced. We'll Saito be able to pick up the kill here. That's gonna be a free in the Scion passive. Cheney is able to do about half of Gemstone's health in the passive there. Will take quite a bit of harass back. Suck still on those Grubs. Dark One is looking though. Grubs will go down. Suck pick those up back over the wall. Looks like Saito is going for the heartsteel. You know what that means. 1 drink per stack. Suck taking a bit of damage here. Cheney is going to dash in. Heal will come out. Kane inside. Suck force takes some tower shot and tower damage here. That is the danger of the ult. I'm not sure if he does. You can exit it early. Surely he does. Bring back Klepto. My god. Get a... Was he get the sack of gold that you could sell for like 65 guarantee? That was ridiculous. So Cheney going to be on under tower here, but Scott does have the R here. The classic Zillion bait. Oh no. Saito getting a bit of damage in here. He has oranges, but you have over 1,000 health. 2,500 health at 9 minutes. Love to see it. Q coming out onto Rekkers here. Will force the R. Will actually clip Lexi with that. We do see the slow coming out. 1 bomb is going to hit Rekkers, getting quite low here. Lexi dashing in. Barrier used. Is going to look onto Scott here. Scott does not have ult. Flash away. Suck is going to be here. Oh my gosh, but he actually cancels the wall. Oh no. He is looking to salvage this play. Will flash forward. You move out. Very nice flash. And what should have been probably a clean double there, just unfortunate not getting the phased wall correctly there. Is there such a short duration early in the game if you like get clipped on anything on the wall? Yeah, tragic. And here's the thing, like, Scion has a really good wave clear. It gets a little awkward, like right there, when you don't have Titanic or Bombies or enough AD early. I like Cull a lot for that reason, because you just enough of that extra damage, but... Oh, Cheney is going in here. Flash will go out. Wall as well for little pathing, going back and forth. Cheney there on the wall, sucking to get some damage in here. Yummi bot looking, going to get the tactical mid-fight level up. Love to see it. As Saito is just running Armix down right now with the Giant's Belt. Q and E, it's going to be a lot of damage going to about there. Wall will not fully clip him off, unfortunately. Cheney going to Gemstone, really nice. These R's from Scott are on point right now. You see Rekkers, oh my god, he will flap, get it off. Dark One not going to be able to pick up that kill, sapling over the wall. A little bit of damage on him. Oh my gosh. It seems like Gemstone is back in his element right now on the bird. Does scale super hard. Dark One here. Oh, okay. Well, he was going to flash anyway, it looks like, so the wall placement didn't necessarily matter. Saito going to be taking a lot of damage here. Doesn't have mana. This is kind of greedy of him. He's going to get flashed on. We'll get one auto, no slow. Lexi looking on a Rekkers here. We'll actually pick up the kill in the passive here. Rarmix is running back towards his tower. Oh! God. God's made the gemstones on the dumpster 05 got the help. True. Has been roaming a lot. Do see the ult coming out. Ult onto Lexi there. Really nice being able to dodge the Q. Nice knockback though, actually denying the healing on that Q. We'll go back into the wall though. Dark One surely will go down. Be a double kill for Suck there. Very nice. Uh-oh. Yummi about to go for a cheeky little mantra Q. CTP back in the mid wave. Heartsteel bot for Saito here. We do have the power spikes coming out of both. I feel like the Trinity Force power spike is a lot stronger than the Heartsteel power spike. We will see though. Rod of Ages being built onto the enemy. I do like that. A lot of first items being completed. I don't play Yunara. Curious if Kraken Slayer is the meta first buy. Oh, Yummi bot is behind here. Is going to get the snare. Oh, but the ult will come out. That Zillion ult just doing so much work this game. Unreal. You see a fight breaking out here. Suck is a bit low. Not sure if he has red form yet. Does have red form, is going to be able to be healing a lot here. Gemstone getting some damage on the Dark One here. They are fighting over the dragon. One bomb will go out. Second in the bush. Thank you, Observer, for looking at top lane during this lovely engagement over dragon. Some riveting gameplay we have. That is a Heartsteel stack though. Turret plating going down. Wall coming out. A little bit of trade. Electric proc going off. Saito is taking a lot of the damage here. Again, like I feel that Gangplank is going to be able to zone off so easily with those barrels, with that Triforce damage. He can heal off his oranges and you can't. The Heartsteel buy is a little bit rough here. You can kind of just kite you out. One Heartsteel stack though. But like we're seeing here, Sion's not that great at sustaining. He's great at taking short engagements if you're AD, but he is not AD. If you want those short engagements, you better be sure that you're getting your shield up. Alright, what do we have here in the jungle? We got 2 pairs of Lucidity Boots coming on out. Very nice. Take a look at the gold difference real quick. Actually, before that, Suck is looking at the top line here. Alt will go a little bit wide from Saito. Q will as well. Unfortunate layering of CC here, but I don't think it's gonna matter. Q will come out. Oh my god, Saito actually lives that. That's wild. But he will go down to the... Oh my gosh! Q auto. Heartsteel. It's gonna be a double kill for Dark One. Good stuff. Oh, coming out of Rekkers there. Ignite in the mid lane is going to proc the egg. Rekkers gonna do a sneeze. Clear them nostrils. Tactical level up once again. Maybe Zillion support is the call. I don't know. Sure looking good this game. Malignant's first buy, little Dark Seal on Yummi bot here. Absolutely horrifying when he gets ahead on these quote-unquote enchanters. I think Karma's just an enchantress in disguise, though. Two dragons also going over to the homie Rekkers here. Definitely not negligible. Alt coming out from Gangplank here. Could be getting a bit of damage in here. Cheney going in on the gemstone here. Does have R. wants to use it. Suck clearance of vision. Herald will go down in the dark one here. Saito looking for the 2v1 here, but I don't think this is the play. You respect the steal angle. One hard steal, looking to flash over the wall, surely. And I mean, a hard steal stack for a flash, can you blame the guy? That's a good trade in my book. W will not land. Oh, what a shield for Yummi bot, but the sneeze will finish it off. And again, just fantastic ults from Scott here. I'm not sure it's going to be enough onto Rekkers here, but he will get at least a few more stacks. Oh my god, almost actually gets the kill on Cheney there. Ult coming in the mid lane. We just have plays coming all over across the map. Flash over the wall. Really nice wall by Gemstone there. He is going to land. I think that was a rage flash. I feel that. Like, oh my gosh, what is this a Leandry's second buy on Gangplank? What is this? That's kind of lit. He is cooking. Cheney's cooking too. 4 and 2 right now. So much damage from the Squall and the Hextech together. Gemstone really wants that tower. DC side does. Their Heartsteel stack. It's at 178. You know, for a Gangplank lane, there's been a lot more scrapping in melee quarters than I expect. Gemstone getting absolutely popped there by Cheney and Yummi bot together. R and R Gangplank ult as well. Suck's going to be inside Gemstone. I can phrase that a little bit better. Will go down though. A little bit of health coming back. Lexi going to take a tower shot there. Saito going on to Rarmix here. They are skirmishing. They're scrapping it up. Herald going down the mid lane. Will crash in the tower here. Should be tier 2 going over to the Backpackers. Maybe even riding that into tier 3. UC Saito does get the ult down, double barrel. Q will land, will not knock up. That is going to be tier 3 crashed into. Cheney's looking. Oh my. Scott does have the fingers, so we'll get the ult off. Not too bad at all. That's a pretty action-packed game. Do have the Backpackers ahead in kills here, ahead in gold, up about 4k right now. But that is not to discount the Rekkers here. They have 2 dragons. And they have Smolder, who is sitting at a pretty 147 stacks. They're also going to have a Goliath of a front line here with the Scion. If this game goes long, I like their comp a lot more here. They do see Dark One getting a bit low. We'll get the W. Gemstone, they're going to please give it to Smolder. Okay. Nivea's good too. Give it to either of the 2 scalers. We have an incredibly hard scaling mid lane and bot lane. And Scion is one of the best scaling tanks in the game health-wise, so he's going to be an absolute wall. They do not have a lot of percentage health damage to kill the Scion, honestly. No Bork. Maybe Inara is going to be picking that up. We do see this fight going on over... Oh my gosh. Rekkers taking so much damage. I can barely see the outline of this Gangplank ultimate. As we do see Otacon will reset there. Looking a little bit low. There's a little bit of vision here. Saito will be taking this tower top lane. Suck. Looking. Does dash out. Will take damage from Lexi. Oh my gosh. Shinny will get in. We'll get the R. Going to be 1 kill. We'll proc the egg as well. Barra coming out for Lexi here. Kill. We also do see Cheney going back in, getting the kill onto Scott. He got rocked by Otacon there. Cheney getting a triple kill. And this is what happens when the front line is not in the fight, unfortunately. I am always a proponent for split pushing, but when you are going Heartsteel Scion, you do not have any attack damage. It is a bit harder to get those towers. Even just not only the attack damage from Titanic, but the auto reset being absolutely massive as well. Gonna be going back here. Question mark. Being dropped. Love to see it. Redemption on the Zillion. That makes a lot of sense. So I think we definitely see the two support styles here. We have the Mandate Redemption versus the... What is it? You versus the guy she tells you not to worry about versus the Chad Malignance double Lost Chapter. Or double, what is it? Fiendish Codex. With the Dark Seal. We bought it playing around. In all honesty, though, this Zillion's been pretty nutty with the R Scout's been playing it well. We do see Q's going out. The Mantra Q will not hit Lexi over the wall. Oh my gosh. Oh, but the Gangplank is gonna hit with the Force the Res flash over the wall. Lexi's gonna dash. Will flash. I don't know if the flash is worth it for a Zillion. You are a 5-1 Yunara. We do see Yummi getting quite low here. It will get walled into the Ice Storm. It's going to be a 1-for-1. As again, we do see Gangplank in the bot lane here. But Scion in the split again. Heartsteel's really, really great until you're split pushing. Definitely want to be fighting with the Heartsteel. So we are only at 200 stacks at 23 minutes. That is another stack, so I'll drink to that. Saito is going to be the 1v3. He see death. I see 3 Heartsteel stacks. Give me 1. Do I see 1? I see 1? Do I see 2? Oh god, it's the saddest Scion I've ever seen. Okay, we still take this. Death for a Heartsteel stack. You know, I said it was worth it before. It's worth it again. We'll say also it's fun to watch these top laners because news in the Good Homies League. Sedge Lover is quite busy with school, so I am going to be taking his place as top lane for the World Rockers for the playoffs. That'll be exciting. Cheney looking here, will land a Q. Scott getting on out of there. We do see Dragon spawning in 8 seconds here. This is going to be second Dragon if the Backpackers go for it, or third if the Rekkers go for it. A lot of damage going on the Dark One here. Will get dashed off by Cheney. Nice knock up. Damage going out onto Suck. Very nice R. Going to mitigate. A lot of the gemstone is on the side here. Oh my god, we'll actually get clipped by both those R's. We'll go down. Cheney actually getting out of here. Saito in the middle of the fight is quite tanky, but Lexi just doing insane damage. Heartsteel stack coming out. Knock up. Rekkles here a little bit late on the rotate, but we'll still be here to get quite a bit of damage in. Q's going over the wall. He has great positioning here. Dark One flashing out. Scion passive is live. Shield will keep Dark One alive here. Snare going onto the Scion passive. 2 Heartsteel stacks. Quite a bit of damage. Rekkles surely does clean this up. So for Lexi, she is a little scary here. Q will land. Sneeze. Auto. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is such a fiesta. I love it. Scott's looking. He's zooming. He's in the bush. We do see the sneeze. Q and Barrier will finish up that kill. Shutdown going over. Cheney is back. Q will hit Rekkles there. Will not finish him off. Scott's running. He's ticking. He's fleeting. He's got candy on his back. He's got candy in his pockets. Gemstone TP's back in. What the hell is going on? Oh my goodness. Scott realized he get back there. He got see. Oh my god. What is happening? Okay. Well, no one took Dragon yet, so I think we might just run back that same Tom and Jerry off fight. Saito's coming in here, gonna be clearing some vision. I feel like I blinked and now he has 374 Heartsteel stacks. I'm gonna finish this White Claw. All from Gangplank coming out onto Rekkles here. Rekkles is not going to be here for this Dragon Fight. He has a lot of their damage. Cheney on the flank. Really nice stun from Gemstone, though. Is looking. Will R going to be Saito most likely going down here. Scott will get the snare. Nice R, though, coming out from Scott onto Saito here. Passive will come out. Will look. Dark One. Someone on Yummi bot here. One Heartsteel. He is just a beefcake. Dark One taking a bit of damage here. Execute is online for Rekkers here. There's nothing to scoff at. Yummi bot on the flank here. Alt will come out. Will go wide. Get in here. Auto will come out. Flashing it away from the wall, but I think he's going to go down. Oh my gosh, this barely gets out with that E, but we'll take the Q. I think if he just ran and didn't turn to Q, he might have lived there. Now Rekkers is looking onto Lexi here. That is the most aggressive flap I've ever seen in my life. Holy crap. I feel like Chaney was confused there. I would have been stun locked if I saw a half-health Smolder flapping at me. That's crazy. I can hear Andy in my head right now. It's like, that's illegal. He should be dead for that. That's absolutely illegal. What's not illegal is this ult coming down. It does force the egg onto Gemstone here. Half health off the egg. This will be Dragon number 3 if they do secure it. Rarmix over the wall. One barrel will go down. We're going to get perhaps the cheeky little steal here. Redemption coming on out. Dark One a little bit late. Will proc the R. Ward going out as well. This is not the fight we want to be taking, I don't think, with the two of you. Can slow the recalls for sure, but I think we need to focus on our waves here. We have all of our jungle up. Fixed bot wave. It's already pushing, but the next wave, Saito looking here. Gonna be clearing some of the mid wave here. We'll take a Q, but not much damage they can do to him here, I don't think. Is at 430 Heartsteel stacks. That's certainly a number. And I feel like it would actually suck to be Baron. Like, 20 minutes rolls around, you're like, ah, shit, not again. You just know that there's always teams that are going to try to be beating you off all game. They're going to be fighting over you. They let you catch a breath just to fight you again. That sucks. Tough life for Baron. Backs coming out. Okay, Blackguard looking perhaps to try and stop Saito's back there. Is going to get it off. He's going to go for some more. It might look like he's going for a Hollow Radiance. My god, Rarmix is cooking right now. Got the Omrecker Leandries, Sork shoes. Guys, what is happening? Snare coming out of Yummi bot here. Will get knocked up. A lot of damage coming out here. He might actually go down. Will force the Mantra E. Redemption coming out. Oh my goodness. He is going to go down here. You see Chaney quite low. Will get the pull in with the art, with the Linus there. Very nice. Flash out. Really just scattering this team fight. Very nice. Oh no, it's not going to proc on Rekkers there. But I don't think it's going to matter. That was so sad. Kind of a troll fight, I feel like, coming out of the backpackers there. They kind of staggered their entry. Unfortunate that Yummi bot got caught there. Suck looking, does get the knock up, a little bit of damage looking, does force the full flash. Not quite sure Rarmix needed to do that there. Tower will go down. Surprised they actually looked for tier 2 tower there and didn't just, like, snap Baron. I feel like Baron's a lot better than a tier 2 mid tower. Like, what do you do against this Scion, this side wave, with Baron buff right now? You see Vision Wars coming out. Q will go a little bit wide. Scott is zooming. We'll drop the pink ward, clear a little of that vision. 531 hard seal stacks on Saito right now. He's a big boy. R did hurt. See potentially another fight shaking up here. We've got Will in the queue. Comet will proc. Dragon is spawning in 35. This is soul point for the homie Rekkers here. Big Q coming out. Will get blocked by the shield. Q is going to land stun as well. Heartsteel. Nice little the come and go there. The Heartsteel stack. Love that. Saito's just so beefy right now. They cannot walk into him. I'm definitely not biased towards a Scion player. Dragon is spawning here. Cheney might look on the flanker, but they do have vision. Saito needs to back up a little bit, proc that shield. Should just walk this out. They can start back Dragon here. They will have to pull it out. Pink ward over the wall. They are looking to clear that. You get the clear. I'm going to zoom out a little bit here. We do have Smolder looking for the bot wave. TP coming into the mid lane from Gangplank. Dragon is started, pulled out, going to leash and reset. You see the tactical blue buff take. Love that. Get that on the gemstone. Q will not hit anyone here. Dark One is about half health. We actually do see Cheney on the backline just blowing everything into Scott there. It does force the R, but I feel like R for R is pretty good there for the homie Rekkers here. We do see a big wall suck onto the backline here. Ult coming out. Suck just took so much damage coming out of there. Oh my goodness. Yummi bot. Suck does go down. Lexi here. We do see Dragon is going to fall. That is going to be soul for the homie Rekkers. And Saito does go down as well. But again, the Scion does not matter. You're zoning the rest of the team off of Dragon. That seems good to me. Rekklat's walking up here. Does have the execute going here. Might be a little too brazen though. Are just going to back this off. They will take inhib and tier 3 mid here. Gemstone wall. Q will land. E will land as well. Chaining the CC here. Very nice. Yummibot is trying to take this inhibitor. Yummibot will pick it up. We'll look here. We'll get the shield, but we'll go down to the execute for sure. And they might actually be able to snap Baron off of this. That is 2 picks now they have. And this game's going back and forth again. Like I was saying, we in the Backpackers had the gold lead early, but this team does have a Smolder, a Scion, and an Anivia. And Backpackers don't really have a tank. Malignance on the Gangplank. I feel like if this is a full quick Gangplank, this would be a different game. But I respect the build, you know? Score right now, this is game 1 of 5. Gemstone looking under Armix does get the wall up here. Armix is looking a little bit low. Suck will go in, gets the Q. Saito going to be catching this bot wave against Lexi here. Boy, that is just absurd CS2 coming out of Rekklat's here. Really looking to get that late game power spike on the Smolder here. We do see, oh my goodness. But we'll get out. Nivea is TPing in here. Lexi is forced to dash out. I don't know if you want to take this fight. Just flash out. Rekklat's is here, but Suck will be taking so much damage. Ult will come out from Zillion here. Ult will come in from Scion as well. Lexi is going to be down here. That is a... How much health is Saito sitting on now? 6k HP Scion. Tower will go down. We just gotta kind of march this in here. They do have the Baron minions. Tactical level up coming out. That's like a third of Yummibot's health with that singular ult there. Very nice GP ult there, trying to thin the wave. Get some damage out will deter them from this tower. Seeing that white line is just so scary with the smolder. Tower is going to go down to demolish here as well. The mid inhibitor will go down. We're going to zoom out a little bit here. Saito going to be punching this inhibitor. With these bear minions, they are closing in here. We do see the stun coming out on the Dark One. Cheney will get knocked up. So much damage coming out. Oh my god, Rekkers is going to pick up that kill. It's huge. So we do see the ult coming in from Saito here. Yummibot, massive shield, but they have a smolder. The amount of damage that came out there, you'd think they had a Serpent's Fang too. Saito's going to be, you know, casually taking 3 laser shots from base and walking it out anyway. Still has his full passive here. This is going to be game 1 going over to the homie Rekkers. Man. And they just scaled. They certainly did. Good stuff coming out of them for game 1. Banger, banger. All right. Boy, look at all these people that could be watching the playoffs of the Good Homies Rec League. Unbelievable. The best game on the platform. The best series on the platform. We are. Let's get on in there. The classic R, I think. Someone said BRB. Well, that is my cue to use the restroom. I'll be right back. Screw the cast, we sneaky press start. Alright. Let's get on in there. Band's coming on out again. Let's see. Do I see Lux? Do I see Akali? Probably also going to see a Samira daring today, are we? 1-0 right now, that is very true. I will get the prediction. I forgot to do the prediction for game 1. We will get the prediction rolling on for games 2, 3, 4, and potentially 5. Lux, surprise. Twitch, also a surprise. Again, though, I am a big fan of forcing to ban. Yeah, that was just game 1. Yeah. We are in here for the long haul. Polar Bear ban coming out. Polar Bear is terrifying right now in the jungle and in the top lane. Definitely overtuned, I feel. Seraph, man, interesting. Have seen Rekkers put on a clinic. For sure, for sure.
Is that fear I smell?
Katarina ban makes sense. Support reunion. Blitzcrank being locked in for Scott here. Love me a Blitzcrank. Oh, do you see potentially a Trundle? Saito does play a lot of tanks. Trundle is especially good into tanks. Scratch that, I think I've seen a Bard. Bard and a Collie. Collie coming out for Cheney. That is quite frightening. Cassiopeia being locked in. Have seen Rekkers play a nasty Cassiopeia before too. Curious if he's bringing that into the bot lane here. Pantheon as well. Pantheon and Blitzcrank together is just nasty amount of pick. Nocturne. Love me some Nocturne. Say it again. Insane and organized play. Like, it only gets better. Because you can call exactly what you want the ult, and the enemy team has no idea. Setup pick's absolutely disgusting. Vex band coming out. Not sure if I've seen Gemstone play Vex.
Shall I turn in my badge and rifle as well?
Interesting though. Caitlyn band coming out. Ornban. Why are we out here banning my boy? Ornban and Mordekaiser ban coming out once again. Seems Saito does not want to be playing into Mordekaiser, and honestly, can't blame him. That champ is pretty awful to play into, especially on tanks. Trundle locked in. Curious to see what Saito picks in the Trundle here. I've not seen a lot of picks outside of tanks on his side. You definitely don't want to be picking a tank in the Trundle. Wukong being covered here, most likely for Suck. Sejuani, okay. Sejuani in the jungle, most likely a Pantheon mid? Or, oh, they're probably putting Rekkles mid on the Cassiopeia. They could have a Pantheon Blitzcrank bot lane? That'd be kind of crazy. What is going on right now? Okay, Rekkles on the Cassiopeia, Gemstone on the Pantheon mid, unless we're gonna see. This is something. Pantheon mid into a Kali seems like Brand going to be locked in here. This is a whack look at teams. What is happening? Well, I think it's time to load back up the candy tier list. All right. Last we left off, we had Warheads in D tier. That shit's way too sour. 100 grand. I'm telling you right now, it's a grandma candy. That's what you find at grandma's house in the bowl from 2 Christmases prior in the bite size. Bubble tape bazooka. Pretty banging, you know, but it is gum. Reese's Pieces, easy S tier. Gob stoppers. I was never a big, like, hard candy fan. These were kind of cool. I feel like they're definitely better than Jawbreakers, because at least you can, like, finish one. But I want to put this... I'll put this in C tier. Sour Patch Kids. I am a big Sour Patch Kid fan. It's like a Warhead you can actually eat, and it also has the aesthetic of being chewy. I'm going to put that in A tier. Hot Tamales. If I could put this... So you're a quitter. Call me a quitter on Hot Tamales. These are going straight in D tier. I don't want my candy to taste like a freshman vomiting up Fireball. I'm sorry. Lollipops, so what is it even called? They're good. They got the Tootsie in the middle. These can go in A tier, you know? It's like, you kind of get the enjoyability factor over time that you get from gum, but like, you don't have to spit it out at the end, which is nice. Every job baker can finish one good, don't be a bitch. Oh my god. Imagine you just chomped it. It's like Ed, Edd and Eddy all over again. Sweet Tarts, they're better than Warheads, and they're better than, I think they're about behind Gobstoppers. They're not great. Orange Slices, I feel like it depends like what, because I've had like really fancy like orange slice candies, but I feel like the cheaper you go, the more artificial they are, and this looks pretty artificial. I'm going to put these behind Sweet Tarts. Fun Dip. I feel like this is kind of fun when you're a kid, and then you realize that it's just kind of pure sugar and it doesn't taste that great. I think 100 grand are sneaky, but otherwise not of South Korean rankings. You know, the more I'm looking at this, like 100 grand is chocolate, and chocolate is like better than a lot of, you know, I think I'm gonna move up 100 grand. It's gonna go ahead of the gum. Jawbreakers. I'm gonna put it over here. I have never, like, who has a Jawbreaker and is like, man, I'm gonna finish this later. Like, you put it in a plastic bag. Like, is that a thing? Like, that seems, I don't want to be like licking up my crusted over saliva. You know what I mean? That's kind of nasty. Like, what do you like? Do you wipe it off with like a paper towel? Like, I don't know. That shit, that's wild to me. All right. Anyway, we're getting back into the game. Just finish it. I mean, that's true. It's true. Don't be a bitch. Oh man, it's just, what even is a Jawbreaker? Is it just sugar? It's just like layers of sugar, right? That's like flavored differently. That's crazy. That's the most American invention, honestly. All right. Getting on into game number 2 here. Did have the Rekkers take game 1. See if they can do it again. Get these frames fixed here. Saito in the top lane. Trundle into Malphite. Interesting. Definitely one of the better tanks to be playing into a Trundle, albeit it is still a tank in the Trundle. Alright. Dorn shield buy on Shani here. Makes a lot of sense on the Pantheon matchup. We do see stacking in a bush here. We do have a stack coming out from both teams here. No one wants to get blitz hooked. We do have Rekkers. Scott's walking up. He's looking. The crab. Me too. It's pretty sweet looking at collie skin. Look at that. That looks sick. But honestly, can anything beat the Baker Pantheon? So it's such an aesthetic skin. It's just sugar and dye, yeah. I hope there's some of that. Well, what is it? Yellow 5? Is that the one that causes cancer? Or I guess the one that's shown to cause cancer, because they probably all do, if I'm being real. Gemstone, gonna miss out on 2 of those minions. Big sad. We'll take the cue from Cheney here. Man. Bone plating, pretty gross. Getting a lot of good trades here. We'll trade the autos, though. I feel like Rarmix could just be running Malphite off the wave right now. You are so strong level 1 with your Q. It is unbelievable on Trundle. That's level 2 here. You proc that Frozen Domain or Pillar and you just run him down. You never get to touch the wave until I say so. You will go a little wide for Gemstone there. I think Rarmix pushed just a little. You either want to crash the wave or freeze it if you can, or like not freeze it, but like slow push it. A little bit tougher, but he should be able to crash this no problem. Can take that cheater recall if he wants for the 400 gold. Do you see Dark One in the middle here? Does have the tether. Suck coming in with the Q. Yummi bot on the roam. Yeetus. Not hit. Rarmix looking maybe to shove in one more wave here. Malphite does have a lot of trouble CSing under tower early, especially just with his mana problems. I'm going to be shoving in this wave, trying to rush into... I'd like Trinity Force into Malphite here. Does have so much armor. Blade of the Rune King doesn't make a lot of sense. Rekkers taking the Ignite here. We'll have to flash. Q will not hit. Flash from Yummibot as well is going to be brought around this corner. Nice little sidestep onto the Brand W here. We'll proc Conqueror, but that will be first blood going on over to Yummibot here. Scott will flash. Force flash out of Lexi as well. Both are level 3 here. Nice little dash in. Gemstone taking a decent trade, but will... Oh my gosh, we'll actually get the kill. And the level up! Oh, but it will not be enough. We do see Suck going under Rarmix here. Good timing. He will walk this one out, though. Does have TP. Interesting opting for Flash on Trundle there. I mean, it did pay off for Ghost, but Dark One getting a bit of damage in. Nice little sidestep from Suck there. This is the Trundle diff. You can just watch this, leave this wave right here. You are chilling. Forces the back onto Malphite here. Does have TP up, so I would just keep that wave frozen. This is exactly where you want to be. This is so hard for tanks playing Trundle there, especially here. Like, you can walk up and try and break this freeze, but Trundle's just gonna run you down the lane. Is level 5-2 to Saito's level 4. Rarmix is playing this well right now. Curious to see here. Does have to thin this wave a little bit, lest Saito just walks up and eats it. Good stuff, good stuff. He can hold the wave again. We do see the hook coming from Scott onto Yummibot here. Ignite will go out. We'll get stunned across the wall. Shield from the passive will go out, but Lexi will claim Feat of Warfare. Good stuff. We do see Gemstone looking in. Is level 6 right now, notably. Does proc his E. Jenny forced to dash out. in this wave, force R and run that Malphite down. You see them on the other side of the map. You know there's going to be no jungle pressure. Should be close to level 6 now. Can't just snap the R. You can snap the R with that W. Force the flash at the very least on the Malphite there. Dragon low here at about 2k. Dark One getting hooked. Will go down here. Gemstone will pick up that kill. Dragon now down to 12k. 900. Will get smited by blue side here. Nice little smite by Suck. Jane's going to finish up the kill on the Gemstone. Lexi going to land the stun. Blitz will W. Nice kill from Scother. Don't let this take away from the fact that Blitzcrank has an ability that actually slows him. Meanwhile, Mbessa can dash 4 times. We are seeing the CS diff now. Trundle's side up. Fair amount of gold. We do see the wave crashing in Saito's tower though. But there is no way Saito is going to be able to shove this wave in time with his mana sitting where it is going to just kind of have to, fortunately, force the slow push here. And back. Feels bad. And honestly, I love Tiamat on Trundle. In a matchup like this where you really can just run down the top laner and freeze perma, I like Triforce a little bit more because now you're just essentially feeding free waves -1 or maybe -2 if you slow push even with Tiamat to the Malphite there, but you are forced to essentially push every single wave from here on out. Gemstone looking on the Cheney here is in stealth, is going to use that Eva Cheney. He's just got fancy feet. Armix looking. Again, Trundle can't really harass under tower like Mordekaiser, like Aatrox, like those champions that have that disgusting reach. So it is probably just going to look for the proxy angle here. Try and help out his jungler on grubs. We do see Suck moving topside here though, but Trundle does have R. I'm not gonna lie, I think he 2v1s that. Ping coming out onto the vision. Pillar coming out. Auto, Q, Tiamat. Auto. Gotta keep autoing that. Malphite wants these short trades. That is the only way Malphite ever comes back into this lane, is to just be maxing that Q, forcing that with the mana flow band and the Comet, playing out his passive to get that shield up every single time. And honestly, Saito isn't looking too bad right here. Just be throwing out those Qs, trying to even out this wave state. Looking, Ska's going to back off here. And now we see Rarix pulling the trigger, does Frozen Domain and the E, will R. Saito's going to walk this out. He's going to shove us in our tower here. Scott's Q will go a little bit wide here. Is out of mana, fortunately. Saito cannot be taking trades right now. My god, you have no wave. What are you doing? Please. You have 2 waves crashing in the tower. Rarix can dive that for sure. Oh my goodness, Suck is here. Forces the flash. CS diff looking decent in the top lane. About 30 CS lead for Varmix here on the Trundle. You see the wave crashing into the bot lane here. For all the 2v1 that is happening, to Recklats is doing quite well on farm. Varmix and Dark One looking for the dive here, but really nice Malphite R. That's going to be a double coming out for Saito. Oh, if you're going to dive the Malphite, you cannot stand on top of each other. For sure. But I do like the look. Dive angle is decent there. It's just a bit unfortunate in the execution. Me bot looking here. He's zooming. Does dodge the hook. Lexi. Very nice stun there into the R. It's going to be a kill for her. Good shit. Damn it, I forgot to do the prediction again. That's fine. Yummi bot gonna be taking some of the tower here. We do see grubs being started. Gemstone looking on the Cheney here. R will go a little bit wide from Suck. Cheney, max stacks, does get frozen. Half health here. Suck's gonna walk out the fear tether. We do see one grub is going to get smote. Smited? Smote? Smote. Q coming out from Saito under Rarmix here. He is trying to shove this wave. Certainly will. Will land the pillar. Yummi bot taking a bit of damage. Gemstone will just get bopped by Cheney's dash. POV, you're an E-boy getting sat on by Akali as we go into the pause here. Well, not quite sure why we're paused. We are going to hop back into this tier list real quick. Oh, never mind. We are unpaused. Suck going in back in on the Cheney here. Is in stealth. A lot of damage coming out. Saito does get Ard again by Rarmix. And here's the thing. Still, Trundle can force these trades with his R. But with Tiamat now, he can only look to proxy here. And Yummi bot is on the roam here, looking to see what he can do. But you can't really do anything when the Malphite's sitting under tower now. Now I think we're going to freeze lit. Are going to see Lexi go down to Rekkers there. Rarmix going for the proxy angle here. But if I'm Malphite in this lane, and I'm against a Trundle that's up 40 CS on me, the thing I want to see is him proxying, because that means I can proxy and actually play the game. Meanwhile, though, Yummi bot and Dark One going up here. Oh my gosh, Suck will actually get the kill, the shutdown, no less, onto Yummi bot. Good stuff. Does force the R there. Trundle is going to get a fair amount for this, but he actually did quite good there and did take the wave. No TP, though. You see Dragon going on over to Suck here. Cheney getting tons of damage, dashing on the gemstone. This is why they usually ban Cheney's Akali. This is pretty nasty. Rarmix going to get 2 plates there. R will come out. Cheney will just dash out. Draven thumbs up. Me too. Rarmix going to be taking the entirety of the tower here. Just Trundle things, am I right? I don't particularly like the full Thornmail buy earlier. I love the Bramble. Bramble's great, but I think you could probably get away with just the Bramble and then Bombies. Help out with your wave clear under tower just a little bit. Again, you know that Trundle's not going for Blade necessarily first, so buying health early isn't as bad as it usually is. Getting that Sunfire online. Gemstone going on to Lexi. Does take the portal. Lexi will go down to Rekkers here. Yummi bot double alt here. Dark One looking. We'll get the snare. Yummi bot will get that snare. Ward coming out. Dragon nowhere near spawning. 2 dragons going on over to the backpackers, or sorry, to the homie Rekkers. Good stuff for them. Auto Q. Saito's just gonna walk this one out. Upgraded swiftness boots. And again, love the swiftness boots, but it is harder to run Laner down. He does not have that tower though. Auto and Q coming out. Might be a little worried about Suck coming up on the flank here. No vision on him. As we do see the Nocturnal coming on in, we are going to see Yummi bot going down here as well as Dark One. So Rarmix is looking onto Saito here. Will R get that Q, get the R, get the Tiamat. Oh, does cancel one auto. That actually might be the difference between life and death here. Auto does not get the Q, does barely not a flash up too. But this is an easy dive if he does want to stay here. I feel like you should be going for the dive here, my guy. We see this, we see Suck on the other side of the map. You take that dive, and you take that tower. Saito should never be able to be walking up to the wave like this right now. I should also be... I'm getting heated because I play top lane. I should be focusing on other lanes. Lexi is looking here. Down about 20 CS into Rekkers' Cassiopeia here. Cassiopeia just a nightmare to play against late game when she gets enough farm. Scuttler over the wall. Will Hex Flash. Force the flash of Rarmix. Nice little sidestep with a Q there. This little sidestep too from Rekkers onto Yummi bot's R. will be grounded. Dragon spawning in about a minute and a half here. Dark One kind of playing the game of chicken here. It's actually going to be taking this tower bot lane. And Gemstone is ulting onto Lexi, but not quite far enough. Well, actually, oh my gosh, stun won't come out. Quite a bit of damage. E as well. Auto. Q. Yeet. And we'll go a little wide. Oh, Gemstone. Oh! Okay. Does he have his E? He does not need to. Saito on the wave here. TP coming out. Is going to look to pressure the side wave. Well, the only objective on the map is there. Saito going to be going looking for this objective, but you do... I don't know. I don't really like this TP. I usually like pressuring the side of the map opposite to the objective, but they could easily transition. Like, you are going to get tier 2 bot here most likely, but they could transition this. Anyway, do see objective is going to go down. Rift Herald, we do see Scott flashing out. Dark One is quite low. Cheney going in. Q does not land. Rekkers going to be going down here. Cheney unstoppable going in, looking onto Suck. We'll get the flash auto. As well, Saito still living here. Gemstone is in the bot lane for this Rarmix, but Cheney is an absolute monster right now in the Akali. My god. Scott, you're a hero in all chat. The amount of aura coming out of this clanker right now. The wink in all chat. Dragon is live. Actually going to get a bit of damage onto it. Are going to leash this out. No vision, actually, coming out from blue side here. Should be the Backpackers Dragon. It will be their first. Ocean, no less. Like second item, Frozen Heart coming out of Saito here. Not a bad item into a Trundle Nocturne, but are going to want to see some MR coming out of him soon, as we do have a Brand in the bot lane and a 6-1 Akali that will absolutely melt him, as we might see here. Cheney just absolutely shredding him. Holy crap. That is the full armor Malphite into a 6-1 Akali for sure. Speak of the devil. Jenny is waiting. What's going on, Gemstone here? Suck is here. Does have the R. See if they can chain the CC here. There's going to be a shutdown for Gemstone. Good stuff. Alt coming in from Nocturne here. Looking onto Rekkers. Does not have an escape here. Yummibot will pick up that kill. We do see Scott looking. Does not have enough for his hook here. Very nice ult for Yummibot. Damage coming out. Gemstone is still looking, though, does have his combo, does have the execute online, close to online against Dark One here. He will go a little bit short, will get the dash. Suck looking here. Does have his dash as well, but is going to Magical Journey out. Nice little exchange in the mid lane there. Suck looking for the pick. A lot of damage on Yummibot here. Oh my god, the flash, and the flash to follow it up with Suck. That is going to be a shutdown. You see Rarmix looking onto Suck here. Will get quite a bit of damage. Did he R? I believe he did. But now the Menace Akali is back on the map once again. Pop is home. Herald going to be dropped in the mid lane here. It's going to be looking towards this tier 2 tower. Tier 1, excuse me. Tier 2 now, maybe. Scott's looking, knocking him up. Will get smited. Very nice use of smite there. Dark One is going to go down to Gemstone there. I feel like Gemstone should have... Okay, he's sitting on 3k right now. It's like there's no way he's 6-4 and he's sitting on an Eclipse. He's going to have a fat buy. Absolutely the most actually has even more gold than Cheney this game. That's crazy. Do see Otacon being started up here. Drag spawning in 2 minutes. This should just be a free one for the homie Rekkers here. A lot of damage coming out of Lexi there. Are going to be clearing out this mid wave. It always seems so funny to me that the best item, one of the best items is Dead Man's on Bard. It seems so silly building it on a ranged champ, but it does work just so well with this kid. You coming out, Yummi bot there onto Scott. A little bit of poke, a little bit of harass. Alt coming out from Gemstone into the top in here, looking to punish the Varmix, but we do have literally 5 members of the team here for the Trundle. Surely we can do something on the other side of the map, like get this tier 3, maybe? It is unfortunately not a tier 2, so they can rotate much faster to it. Looking here, but we do still have 4 roaming down here. Magic Journey will come out. Cheney not in the best spot. Nubok going to get followed here. Saito does not have his ultimate. Suck does not either. Darkness coming out in the mid lane will deter this in the bot lane. Flash barely dodging that hook there, as we do see Lexi picking up the kill onto Rekkers there following that Nocturne ultimate. Dragon now spawning in 24 seconds. Both teams kind of on the back foot here, going to be slow on the rotate. A lot of vision though on this pit. Do see Slug looking to clear out potentially what's left. Is that? Why does this ward have 4 health? Am I crazy? Do you see Trundle teleporting to the top wave? Is going to say, you take this dragon or I take your tier 2 top. Do love that. Saito looking to stop, but this is surely going to be a tier 2 going over the Trundle here. We're going to pan out a little bit here as we do see teams posturing for this Ocean Dragon. Coming over the wall in the bush, we'll get some vision. Poke on the Dark One going to clear the ward though. Very nice by Scott here. This actually could just be a free dragon, so you're going to get the pick on the jungler here. Cheney looking onto Scott here. Does not kill him here. Oh my god, and the CC coming out of Suck here on the Sejuani is really shutting down the potential of this Kali. You see Mubot over the wall, does get the kill onto Scott, but at what cost? Suck going to be starting up this dragon here. It's really just Cheney here. Varmix in the top lane is going to look after Saito here. A lot of damage. Oh my god, those chunking Qs. I feel like you could continue to chase that, my guys. Run him under tower. So we do see a dragon being started up here down to about 4k. We do see the fight of the century. Saito actually does get the R under tower, does get a little too greedy. We'll pick up the kill. Gemstone going in onto Lexi here. Ignite goes out. She is quite low. Q and Auto will finish that off, but we do see the dragon going on over to Suck. It is going to be 3 dragons. And my god, Gemstone's doing work right now in the Pantheon. Flash forced up Dark One. Not sure if that was necessary. Going in under tower here, Gemstone looking. We'll get the tether. Very nice E coming out, blocking all of that damage from Dark One. They're going to immediately turn. Very, very good. So that either Rekkers is looking on Yummi here, does force the flash, but there is nowhere to really run to. That tower is going to go down here. And again, what looks like a rather strong start from the backpacker seems to be falling off again in the mid game. You see Saito taking this top tower. But here is Cheney. Hello, sir. Have you bought magic resist yet this game? We have a Negatron cloak. I don't think that's gonna do it. Alt will come out. Oh my god. Maybe it's just a Malphite diff. Just kidding, it's not. It's a chain diff. That's going to be a shutdown. As 2-2 is taken across the map. Next flash over the wall. Jeff's looking on Jenny here. Flash. W-E-Q. Pantheon diff, am I right? We do see a Nocturne R coming on in here. Tether will land. That's going to be Rekkers getting absolutely run down. That is the power of the Nocturne. If Cassiopeia bought boots, you could have gotten away from that, am I right? Gemstone taking the top tower here. Have not seen Gemstone play the Pantheon, but this is looking actually hella clean, not gonna lie. It's going to be taking this ward. No major objectives on the map at the moment besides Baron. Are going to see the dance around there. No picks coming out jungle side. Suck, get a little cheeky. Sorry, dark one. Scott coming clear a little bit of vision here. And Trundle cannot walk into Pantheon here, I don't think. Especially not with Ignite up. It's not going to be looking. We'll see the ward. Clear it out. Shani and Dark One both on resets here. Gonna have to play a little bit safe. Lexi here. Does not want to get caught in a situation like this. Scott does the ward. Does not hit the Q. Looking to invade onto this red buff here. Yummi is going to be clearing a bit of vision. Are we going to actually just snap strike this Baron? You see Scott in the bush. Double Q landing out. We need to be walking up. Baron is now down to 8.5k, 8,000, 7,000 here. Looks like Gems is looking to get the double ult from Yummibot here, trying to just slow down this fight a little bit, give him a little bit more breathing room. 6k on the Baron, 5k, 4k on the Baron, getting quite low here. Yummibot does get jumped on, is quite low. Darkman is not in a position to smite here. It's going to be Baron going over to blue side here. Fight continues on. We do see Yummibot is going to be going down on the backline onto Rekkers, but immediately snap back. We do see the nice peel from Scott there. Oh my gosh. Fights happen on both sides. We do see Cheney moving back and off here. Great fight overall from the homie Rekkers, but we do see Varmix. He's on the base. He's doing Trundle things. Does not have Baron. They do have the Baron Empowered Recall. I feel like if they didn't have Baron Empowered Recall, that might have been a tier 2 there. Hullbreaker bot for the Trundle. Love to see it. It is true Trundle brain when you buy Hullbreaker and there's only 3 towers left on the map. Love that. I would do the same. Cheney can be picking up the kill on the Gemstone there, using that Shroud. Again, let it be known that one of Blitzcrank's basic abilities slows him, but Kali gets a on and off invis, you know? It's like the same thing. What do they say? Don't let this take away from the fact that Sakura gave birth to a new Chiha that needs classes. Anyway, Nocturnal coming in here on to Yummibot is going to be going down here. Dragon 800 is going to be killed. It's actually going to be Soul going on over to the homie Rekkers here. Nice R to peel back from Rekkers here. Flash out of the Yummi R. Varmix running down Saito here. This is the Trundle. Flash Q. Auto. Frozen Domain. Killer. Auto. Q. Auto. Auto. Q. This Ocean Soul is doing so much work right now. Oh my god, Saito's out. Frozen Domain again. E. Q. Gemstone's finally here. Oh my god, Saito's gonna live. This is the most work I've ever seen Ocean Soul do in a duel. Unbelievable. That Ocean Soul with Frozen Heart. I'd be so pissed. Oh no. Skill, not Ocean Soul. Love to see it. are seeing the siege onto the mid-tier 3 here. Nice little engage. Force the flash out of Dark One. Tower about half health here. We do have the cannon sieging it down. Gemstone being an absolute menace here, just holding the pressure with that E and the W. We're just going to look in here. Is grounded. Does have the pillar. Nice hook onto Lexi, though. That surely is going to spell the end of this fight before it even begins. This Dark One is going to get stunned here. We also see, my god, they have all of the carries on lock here with the CC here, and they are grounded as well. They cannot play the game. Flash with wall from Gemstone. Flash out from Yummi bot will get snared again. Rooted. Stunned even. Excuse me. He's going to jump again. Oh my god, Gemstone's got the hops. He's wearing the Air Jordans. What is the cooldown on that W? That's insane. This is going to be game number 2. Going on over to the homie Rekkers here. Little, you know, Q out of base. Light work for Scott. He hits those. Going to be the Nexus going on down as they take game 2 here. Again, really playing that mid to late game quite well. Looked like even the Backpackers had the lead in the early game. Cheney was popping off, but good stuff. Good stuff all around. Gemstone definitely MVP that game, I would say. I mean, Suck playing super well. Everyone honestly played very well. Mid to late game especially, coming on out of the homie Rekkers that game. Great stuff all around. All right. I think we're getting on into game 3 here. Three minutes. All right. You know what that means? It is time to hop in to the Candy tier list once again. I know, this is the real reason you're all here, is the Candy tier list. On days, oh, these are those, like, those mints they give you. You go to, like, the diner that's, you know, been there for the past 150 years, and the booth creaks a little too much, and the waiter comes over, and they get tipped with, like, a hot-pressed quarter in their palm by some older gentleman. And then on the way out, you get one of these mints. These... No, we weren't. You're scared of sour. These look so much better than they actually taste, in my opinion. I feel like I open up, I'm like, oh man, it's gonna be like a nice little bit of mint and chocolate. And then you take a bite, and I'm like, this is the most, like, chalky, fake-ass, bad quality chocolate. Maybe people have had better experiences with these. I don't know. I think these are going straight. These are honestly... I think I still like them more than Sweet Tarts, but they're pretty bad. Lifesavers? Okay. Lifesavers themselves, they're not bad. You know? Like, all F tier for me, the other one. I got from the Sun Pig melted together, and it was a mess. That sounds like a disaster. Lifesavers, they're not bad. I'll put them above the gum. I like them more than Gobstoppers. They have better flavors, and if they're gummy, that's like a whole different story. Like, oh boy. Gummy Lifesavers go super hard. Ring Pops? Dude, if you wore a Ring Pop to the playground when you were 6 years old, you were balling out. I think Ring Pops... I don't know. It's the same thing with, like, the Fun Dip. It's like, when you eat a Ring Pop, you have to, like, commit to the Ring Pop, right? Like, you have to, like, a Lifesaver, you could pop in a couple and be like, okay, I'm gonna have a couple Lifesavers and put them back in my pocket. But a Ring Pop, you gotta, like, commit to it. So it's good, but still under Lifesavers. With that, let's get back into the draft. We will finish this tier list, I promise. Alright, Lux ban, Twitch ban. Surprise? Surprise. Zerath ban as well. We have seen all 4 of these bans before.
Is that fear I smell? It's just business.
Sivir ban, interesting. What are we going to first pick? Lads is thinking. He's scheming. It's like when you see a fly on the wall and they're kind of like rubbing their little hands together. He's scheming over there. Oh my god, this is going to be the best jungler in the game, locked in. No bias from this caster. Nunu and Willump. A Mumu locked in. Love to see it. Love to see it. And Jinx. Have seen Lexi play Jinx a number of times. She's quite strong on that champ. Dark One as well on the Mumu. Comfort pick for him as well. Tristana getting picked up here. And Corky. Interesting pickups here. Assuming Corky goes through. Curious to see... Oh, Alistar. Curious if that is Alistar Tristana in the bot lane, or if that's going to be Gemstone on the Tristana in the mid lane. Do like the flex capability here, because now we are slightly locked into picking support or jungle. As Poppy is getting picked here, do like that. Will stop the Tristana dash and the Alistar dash. Yummi bot does play quite a bit of Poppy. Is a menace. Now into the bans here. Most likely going to see targeted mid and top bans, if I had to guess. Might see a Hui targeting Gemstone. Okay, we're going to see the Vex coming out again. Oh, nope, Hui. Makes sense. See a Victor as well. I know Gemstone also plays a bit of Victor. In terms of Saito in the top lane, there's so many tanks that he plays, I feel like it's not worth targeting the tank pool. I feel like it's... Like, looking at this team, I mean, you might not actually need to play tank. Nunu and Alistar are quite tanky. Lord Band coming out once again. Warheads are so good. Oh my god, wait, we got a lot of Warheads enjoyers in the chat. This is crazy to me. I feel like I like the final 10% of a Warhead. But I can't tell if I like it because it actually tastes good, or if it's like the dopamine hitting my brain because I made it through the pain, you know? I have like all of them next to me all the time. Oh my god, but you guys are crazy. This is insane. Oh my god, maybe I'm just an absolute wuss. Because I love spicy food. Like, I love overly spicy food. Like, Sichuan cuisine is my favorite type of food. So I don't know. Maybe we'll have to order some Warheads. I think I also, like... What was it? I ordered Toxic Waste sometime. And I, was not a fan. Don't you dare compare spicy and sour. That's fair. It is a very different experience. I find that when I have Warhead sometimes, though, like, especially a second one, it's not even like the sour, it's just pain at that point. Because, like, my tongue is raw. Red Hot's rating right now. Oh, your Red Hots are here. Let me, I know the draft is very important, but let me peep the tier list real quick. Here's the tier list so far. You can tell I'm not a Red Hots or a Hot Tamales fan. I don't like my candy beans hot. Moxie and you and I just have opposite candy tastes. Oh my god. Client bug. It was Vex. Okay, we are getting back into the draft. We are gonna hop back in. We can get this. They're going to be picking the same champs. Let's continue on with this candy tier list real quick. 3 Musketeers. That's you can tell I like chocolate. Musketeers. That's an easy A tier. Twizzlers. Twizzlers are pretty banging. I think those are also gonna go. I'd say B tier. They're good. They're good. Jolly Ranchers. They're okay. Twizzlers suck. Oh my god, we're getting some pushback. Jolly Ranchers are pretty good. The thing is, they're very intense in flavor. Sweet Tarts and Seeger, while they're so good, Twizzlers are garbage. Oh my god, I'm stirring the pot. I'm stirring the pot. Swedish Fish. Swedish Fish goes so hard. Swedish Fish are like an easy A for me. Tootsie Rolls. Dude, Tootsie Rolls are like... God was like, I'm gonna make something that's kind of chewy, and you expect it to be kind of fruity, but then I'm gonna fart in it. And make it kind of taste like chocolate, but like I described chocolate to an AI. But you know, I do have to respect the use of Tootsie Rolls during the World War I, so I'll put them here. And I get stuck in your teeth, so we charge like, yeah. What is this? Gum? Is this Mounds? Flavored. I've never had flavored Tootsie Rolls. Mounds. It's not great. But it is chocolate. I love coconut. I love coconut. So I think I'm gonna put it behind 100 grand. Okay, the candy necklaces. Fucking at me. This is going to D tier. These are cute. It's like, oh wow, I have this necklace. Look, I can eat it. Nah, dog. Like you're 3 or 4 pieces of this necklace in, and there's saliva dripping off of them. The little rope is getting like between your teeth, and it's wet on your neck, and you can't tell if it's saliva or if it's sweat because you're like at day camp or whatever. That's a D tier. Razzles. Bro, who the fuck puts straight up cigarettes on this tier list? Wait, that's kind of based. Oh my god. Oh, they're candy cigarettes. Oh, okay. I've never had candy cigarettes. Razzles, I think I had them like once or twice and remember them being like pretty mid. But I think they were better than the D tier, so I'm gonna put them here. Crunch bars, that's an easy S for me. Bunch of Crunch, absolute banger. Certifiable even. Not as good as real cigarettes, ain't that the truth? They make you look cool. I need to know the Snickers here. Oh, Snickers, that's like SS. Snickers, like it. Snickers is the only candy bar where I'm like, oh man, like I actually want like a real meal right now, and like, you know, Snickers satisfies. That's all I'm saying. Snickers satisfies. Kit Kat, also easy S tier. So good. I have the weak Irish genes, unfortunately, and cannot eat wheat. And I still will eat a Kit Kat from time to time because it's just that good. Snickers nuts are too hard. Reese's cups. Oh my god. I didn't even see. Yeah, this is an easy S tier. I think it's even above Snickers for me. It's close. It's really close. These are like all S plus. Anyway, Smarties? Dude, I got these like yote at my head by a teacher. She's like, nice job, you answered the question. She's fucking like, just threw them across the room, dome me in the head. So I have like a love-hate relationship with them. They're pretty mid. I think they're better than Jawbreakers though. Cause like, put them here. You know, I'm kind of coming around to Sweet Tarts. I think I'm gonna move Sweet Tarts up the tier list a little bit. People used to pretend to snort them. That's crazy work. York peppermint patties. I feel like this might be a hot take, but I feel like they smell a lot better than they taste. I'm gonna put them, I think, probably like the same with these mints. I think they're better than the table mints, but they're still bad. Is there 2 hard lifesavers? Am I crazy? Oh my god. Oh wait. Oh, these are hard. What the yeah, okay. Dots, honestly, dots aren't bad. They're not great, but they're not bad. Put them like here. Like Swedish Fish are way better in my opinion, but dots are still pretty good. Peeps, I am not a Peep fan. I'm gonna put them here. But Haley did tell me the Peep jousting, where you take 2 Peeps and you put them in the microwave, and you put a toothpick in both of them. And then you put them in the microwave and see as they expand and grow which one pierces the other one first. That one wins. Dots are mid, but they do hit spot here and there. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Cookie dough, I've never had those. Starburst? Ooh, dude, Starburst. Oh, shit. I think it's an A tier. I think it's like top of A tier. But thing is, like, they're pretty hit or miss. Like, if I could guarantee that my pack of Starburst was only red and pink, like, it'd probably be S tier. But like the oranges are pretty good. The yellows kind of weigh you down a little bit. The oranges and yellows together. Gushers. I don't know, dude. I don't like it when a candy like finishes in my mouth. Like it's a little startling, honestly. But the flavor's kind of there, so I think we'll say they do taste better than Dots, but the surprise factor is kind of frightening. I'm gonna put them in B tier. All right, we are getting on into game 3. Let's do it. Should be a banger. Mundo in the top lane. Right in my liver now. Okay. Mundo. Looks like we also have my taco meat up to. Oh yeah, hell yeah! Taco meat on hot dog buns. Let's go. See the opposite invade going on here. Love to see it. Got that cheese melted on it. Ooh. Hey, if it's a carb, it's a carb. It's just a vessel for the taco meat. Let's be real. I think one of the best purchases Haley and I made was an Instapot, like the pressure cooker. Can make just so many meals that are incredibly flavored in such little time. It would take like 8 hours in a crock pot, and you can just make it in the Instapot. It's crazy. But do you see Scott here? Is he get a flash Q? Flash Q? Does go for it. Flash out of Yummi bot as well. Phase, or not phase rush. Whatever the blue tree is. Gives you the move speed on summoner needs. Gemstone looking here. Nimbus Cloak, thank you. Yeah, it is Nimbus Cloak. Interesting top lane here. I think they're just going to be padding each other's stats all game and healing, which should be hilarious. A lot of dashes in the bot lane too. Poppy definitely a good counter pick there. Spectator client make me a little dizzy right now, not gonna lie. You trading going on out here. Level 2 lead going over to Yummi bot and Lexi. Zap will go a little bit wide. Is that a cutlass that Mundo has? That's crazy. Armor's getting quite a bit of damage. Rekkers will W in here. We do see the snowball coming in. Level 2 gank down the wave. That's going to be first blood for sure. Going on over to Rekkers there. Trade happening in the mid lane here. That is the power of the Nunu. For sure. Love that early look through lane. I took quite low in her tower here. I think Varmus can just flash auto Q this, no? He doesn't even walk up, just auto. Oh, he doesn't get to level up now, though. Ooh. I think he had like 2 or 3 angles to kill him there. He had the barrier, too. Definitely want to punish Mundo in the early game, because, my god, if he scales with Heartsteel, you're in for a bad time. Dark One, looking here, does have red buff. Q will hit, will proc the passive. Gray Health will come out here with the passive. It's like the gank never happened, but gank did happen. Nunu coming on in here. Q going on. Flash from Marmix here. Flash out from Dark One. Marmix does have barrier here. Oh my god, thank you, client. We're going to a bot lane fight here. You're not going in onto Scott. Just going to walk it out. God. Suck is looking. We're scrapping over the scuttle right now. Smite coming out of Dark One, we'll take that. You potentially see a snowball angle coming in here. Gonna glide it in. Oh, can he drift it? He can! Oh, that is a Nunu player after my own heart. Love to see it. Suck does get charmed here though. Q coming out. Rarmik's gonna look. Shani will pick up that kill. Gemstone out of mana here. Yeah, fucking Tokyo drift. Give me some deja vu in the chat, am I right? Dude, I'm so invested in this candy tier list, I keep forgetting to throw predictions. Scuttler is quite low. You're not going to be walking out. Rekkers will dash in, dash out. That is the special there. Gemstone out of mana. Cheney sitting comfy with a blue buff here. Will hit both parts of the queue there. Walk up here. Does have charm. Boy. Flash. Hex Flash doing some crazy work here. Scott's getting a little too crazy on the keys. Oh no. Suck in the mid lane here. It's level 3 on the Nunu though. Will get the kill. This is what you want to be doing early on Nunu. Really putting in the crazy work. Varmix here looking onto Saito. About looking onto Rekkers here. Does take a little bit of damage. It's going to pop at half health here. Auto. Again, I feel like Varmix is getting the counter picks here, same as last game, but he is really just shoving these waves when I think he could just be freezing. Force a slow push into his tower, freeze the wave, and just run Saito down the lane. There's one thing that Warwick is good at, it's running down a low health target. Dragon spawned here. Gemstone does a level 6. Will actually pop it. Will go in. Charmed. Half health on Cheney. Auto attack coming in. Q going out. Will force the back here for sure. Gemstone does have the back. It doesn't even have the gold advantage. The back advantage. He's hit level 6 there. Seeing nice little prio getting going in the bot lane here. No mid prio though. Chain's going to have wave crash into tower here. Gemstone on the reset. Most likely now the team's going to be posturing towards this dragon just quite yet. Saito going to be able to catch this wave crashing into the top. Are kind of having a brief period of respite here. Let's take a look at the gold. 4K or 400, 4K up. 400 up for Rarmix in the top lane. The only major... Oh, actually, we do have quite a bit of gold going on over to Rekkers in the bot lane on this Tristana with that double kill in his pocket. Riveting top lane gameplay right now. You see Suck going in the mid lane on Cheney here. Snowball will not fully connect, but he will get quite a bit of damage. Does force Cheney to ult here. Cheney now looking with Yummi bot. Does have 2 dashes left. 1 dash used, fleeing away from the fear. Second dash still available. Scott here now. Oh my gosh. Does not quite get the dash in the Q, but Suck will get taunted. Tower Shot will come out, but Ignite will stop his Q from actually saving him there. Man. Interesting first buy. It looks like he actually is, I believe those are the items for, what is not Horizon Focus. The item that gives Squall. And he's going to look for, hopefully, some big chomps, big snowballs coming out of the new. That'd be pretty sweet. Storm Surge, that's the item. Dragon still on map. We bought close to level 6 here, Rarmix. Slow pushing this wave. I feel like he can just be running down Mundo here. But I do not play a lot of Warwick, but I do know Mundo is very weak early, and Warwick wants to just be taking fights all the time. Like this. Step on that. Does not have mana here. Does force Mundo's R. There's some cowbell going on in the bot lane. Zap will land on direct lats here. Scott not quite level 6 yet. Nunu coming down. Gemstone looking as well. Except they're going to go for the double wombo here. Rekkers does force the barrier. Scott looking a little bit low. Moonwell force flash out. Barrier used from Lexi here. Moonwell is going to come out. Stun all 3, but Gemstone is going to be able to pick up that kill. Dark One about half health here. Cheney a little bit late on the rotation. Charm and Q will go a little bit wide. Gemstone looking on the Dark One here. So much damage coming out of that Vex. With just a Catalyst. That's crazy. Vex is so silly. Vex is just a silly little guy. Look, she's so angry. But she's so little. She thinks she's scarier than she is. He's stealing my build. Wave's in a great spot for Rarmix right now. Yummi bot looking here. Potentially. Does get the Hex Flash. He's gonna run in and is just going to force that rocket jump. So much damage though. Oh, we do see Dark One flashing forward from Rarmix. Gray health will be used here, but he will go down to Dark One. Saito looking in the mid lane does force Cheney to ult over the wall. Early cancel on the ultimate there. Yummi bot going in onto Suck here. Same with Scott going in onto Cheney. One more dash for Cheney here. Light looked for the charm. Q will not quite land onto Scott. We are scrapping all over the map. Got some cowbell going on too. Oh my, he's disturbing the peace right now as we do see a snowball coming in. Charm will cut that a little bit short. Grubs being started as well. No grubs taken yet. Dark One going to be pathing off. Vision. We'll see. Saito looking onto Rarmix here. Might have a little fight. A little scuffle. Snowball coming on in. Looking onto Rarmix here. We'll get the... Oh my god. What the fuck was that? Rarmix landing the ult. Will barrier as well. This is the power of the Warwick. Will actually get the auto and the Q. My lord, that damage. Dark One now here looking... Don't want to take a fight against Warwick if you don't have to. Is going to look to show out this way. We do see Rekkers going in. Does land the rocket jump. Does land the explosives. Zap will land as well. Nice little trade back and forth there. Farmix looking for the proxy angle here. Saito going in. Does proc the gray health early. Q landing. So we might have a little dive angle potentially here onto Saito to a Yummi bot. Look for the snare. Very nice. We'll start tanking. TP coming in, but that surely is a kill. Very nice tower aggro juggling there. Gemstone is looking under Warwick's here. Oh, Warwick, get out, my guy, please. Nice from Gemstone there, not letting him get the Q angle there. As you can see Gemstone now going. Look, the Dark One Q will not hit Yummi bot. Q will go on the Dark One here. Auto. Oh my god, what is this max damage? Oh, but Yummi bot will pick up the kill. Very nice by him there. But a shutdown. Sure, we do see Snowball coming in on the Cheney here. Cheney does not have R. Does have R? Does have R. One more dash. We'll make it out. Very safe. That is the nice thing about Ari. Arclat's looking. Dash. Jump. Armix looking as well. He's running. He's scary. Does have that Blade of the Rune King. Surely this is just completely unplayable for Saito now, yeah? I would not be shoving this wave, though. Personally. Look at that damage. Holy shit, from a Q auto. It's insane. You see Rekkers looking to take the 4th plate on this tower here. Scott put a little bit of pressure onto Yummi bot. Dragon, excuse me, was actually taken by the Homer Rekkers here. Did not catch that. I imagine it was just Suck doing new things. Zap coming out. Snowball from behind forces the flash from Lexi here. Flash Yummi bot as well. Double flashes for one Snowball. That is as good as you're gonna get. Scott taking a bit of harass here. Will be forced to R and ignite. Lexi might have a bit of an early ignite there. Vex coming on in though. Moonwell coming in as well. Very nice flash coming in. Rekkers still will go down to the ignite. Scott getting quite low. Will go down to Lexi here. She is excited. Zap will land, and I think Gemstone will actually go down here. Barrier might not have need to use there. You see Rarmix battling out with Saito. Very nice fight overall for the backpackers there. Oh my goodness. Cheney looking onto Suck here. You see just the AP Nunu though doing work. Shutdown coming on over. We'll actually go Pro Belt first. Makes sense. Saito. Oh my god. He lives those. But that's a Warwick diff. You know? Auto. Oh, barrier. Okay. That just feels so bad. Need to be getting that Bramble first item on Mundo. Use that healing. Armix gonna be looked at with the Snowball here. Stun will go, or knockup will go up. Bot looking. Scott getting quite low here. We do have Dark One. Does not have the R. Does have damage though. Coming on out. Scott's going to RQ and trying to walk it out. Will get caught by the bandage toss. Bot looking. Flash from Suck here. We do see Gemstone engaging back in. A lot of damage coming out here. Suck still is quite low. Does have that Q back up again though. Might look to re-engage with the Snowball. Watching Cheney on the flank. Gemstone gonna go in. Do see Saito. He is a beef boy in the front. Does have that warm up, but not doing a lot of work for him here. Is going to have to disengage if he wants to get any value here. Cheney surely look. Dash coming in from Mulat, picking up that kill. Unfortunately, Mundo did not have his R there. That would have been a different fight. as Rekkers is looking, that's going to be tower. He's going to rocket jump forward. I think this might just be Lexi going down. Gotta respect the damage coming out of Tristana there. Suck going to be taking this ward. Dark one over the wall. I'm not sure you want to be engaging on this, my guy. As we also have Scott over the wall here, but Suck is just going to pick that kill up himself. That's certainly an interaction, as we do see the R getting half canceled, sort of. Little buster shot, get him out of there. Dragon is spawning in 15. Take a look at the gold. Are quite even across the board. Rarbix is up a solid 2k. It's really just going to be kind of a Rarbix versus Gemstone and Rekkers. Saito is going to be a beefy Mundo come the late game. We'll see. I feel like Warwick does kind of thrive on this kind of team that wants to be diving, though. But it's going to be hard for them. Definitely going to need some heal cut. We do see Dragon is going to be taken. There's going to be one Dragon going on over. Even now. Backpackers and the homie Rekkers. Mundo whacking his head into the tower. Nothing out of the ordinary there. I love that animation. It's so stupid looking. Q will not quite land. Scott going over the wall. Q will not land there. Not in the best spot here. Does he have R? He does. Snowball coming in onto Yummi bot here. Will go down to Rekkers. Quite a bit of damage. We do see Gemstone landing the R there. Reset's going to be coming out. Oh my gosh. Forcing them to back off entirely. Gemstone getting a little cheeky walking up there. This core of Vex and Tristana might just be nasty. Waiting, looking on Rarmix does get the sphere. Damage coming out, keeps not land. Dark one gonna be taking some jungle. Alright. At me right now, nothing interesting is going to happen in the next 20 seconds. I gotta run to the restroom. I hear things happening. I hear flashes. I see it in Mumu Ultimate. I see Rekkers. He's getting low. He barriered. He has another shield. We need a Serpent's Fang. Just kidding. He's looking on the Dark One here. Mumu ult will go off. Lexi will go down. It's going to be a double going on over to Suck. Banger. This is a fed Nunu. Scott really just walked into a bush to headbutt. That's crazy. We do see Rarmix looking on in. Do Gemstone flash forward. Don't think that's the look there, though. You see Harold running over Yummi bot. Looking onto that tier 2 in the bot lane. Suck is going to pick that up. Four Yordles in the game, Pog. True. Love me a Yordle game. Actually, is there 5? Is Nunu's considered a Yordle, right? I think Amumu's also a Yordle, yeah. Dash and Q coming out from Yummi bot here are going to see the Proto Belt coming out from Asaka's going to flash out, but Shani will get that kill picked up with the R. Shutdown going over to Shani here. We do see Saito walking into 5. Might be a Mundo, but I don't think you're that strong. Grey Health will be used. He's going to walk it out with his R, isn't he? Okay, he will not. Yummi bot will pick up that kill with the Redemption. Gemstone going on in. Q will not land here. Scott does have his R. He's in the barnyard. He is the big bull. Speaking of which, Rekkers jumping in will get the E onto Lexi there. Will pop. Dark One, big R. Will not be enough though, as Rekkers is able to jump out. But Rarmix from left field with the R. Going to be cleaning up that kill. My goodness. That was a jump scare. You coming down. Dragon is live. We do see Dark One spawning it. Not spawning it, pulling it out. Imagine if you could spawn Dragon on command. Do some Mordekaiser type shit. Alistar does have the Bramble, so does Mundo now. Very nice. Might just be me. I am not a big fan of the Warmog first buy on Mundo, personally. You need health to trigger it. It only gives you value outside of combat. I'd much rather be heart stealing or Titanicking. Fine with it second, maybe third, but... Oh my god, Alpha Scrooge with the Prime. Thank you, my dude. Appreciate you. We're tuning into Game 3 of the playoffs here. Yar, matey. So we do see Rarmix going on to Saito here. This is pretty much how the top lane went. A Bork Warwick into a Warmog's Mundo. Love to see it. No HS allowed. True. In terms of scoreline, we have... Ooh, I'll say after this fight. Homie Rekkers are up 2-0 right now, as we do see an Moonwell going on to suck here. Dark getting quite low. Scott will pick up the kill onto Lexi. By getting quite low here. Rekkers does have the reset. Will W forward. Alt coming out of Shady here. 1 dash left. Rekkers going to just jump in again. Abusing these resets right here. 8-2 on the Tristana. Looking quite strong here. Gemstone and Rekkers as the core. Might be a 3-0. Might be, but we'll see. Otacon going to be taken here. Get a little Nunu action. Did not go for the chomp. I didn't make the sound. But is he going to eat the scuttle crab? Watch this. Do it. Do it. Oh my god. Unbelievable. We do see Scott looking here. Onto Rarmix. I don't think the level 12 Alistar should be walking up onto the level 16 Warwick, but here we are. See here. Baron is live, is going to be a point of contention here. Dragon not spawning for quite a long time. Gemstone looking. Is quite strong. Almost 3 items on the Vex here. 3 stacks on that Dark Seal. Scott walking in. Double knockup. Does pop the R. Oh my gosh, Yummi is going to be going down there. Very nice knockback from Scott there. Gemstone will be picking up the kill onto Dark One here. Shani looking for the recall in the top lane. Suck looking with the snowball from downtown onto Lexi here. That is a little frightening, you gotta say. Does have a lot of AP. Rekkers looking forward. W forward. Charm does not land. Very nice flash Q. Oh my god, into the forcing the R from Shani there over the wall. Good stuff coming out of Scott's Alistar. We do see the snowball will land under Barmix here. He's going to kite this out with the snowball. Saito looking onto the mid tower here. Hitting it with his head, as one does. Cheney walking up, looking a little bit forward here. Lexi, Zap will go a little bit wide. Gemstone looking onto Yummibot here. Will walk it out. Inhibitor is going to go down. That's a big snowball. Will get interrupted with the charm. Barmix looking, does have the fear ready. Flash goes forward on the Gemstone, forces the flash out as well as Grey Health on Saito is looking low. Dark One looking onto the backline here. Yummibot flashes out. Recklot's going over the wall, does land the W. Is going to get 1 reset, 2 resets, 3 resets. That's going to spell the end of the game, surely. Oh my god, he's going for the Penta. Somebody stop this man. What a way to close out the series with a fat pentakill. Bruh. Unbelievable. Well, good stuff coming out of the homie Rekkers there. A clean 3-0. Honestly, you guys had me in the second half, not in the first half. First half was looking a little rough, games 1 and 2, but you guys pulled it through. Love the little snowball celebration come out of Suck here. And GG's to the homie Rekkers. Sip a drink. Oh, you know I'll sip a drink. Well. Who are we getting in the booth? Who are we getting in the booth? Oh my god, Dudley, please. What are we thinking, Chad? Are we thinking, I lost, you get the drink because of it? That's fair. I'll hop into this draft pick lobby, but I gotta do. All right. Who is hopping in the booth? I'm thinking, oh, right. I should be in the Discord. What am I doing? How we doing, Chief?
We're doing pretty good, Chief. How about you?
We're going. That was a banger series. A lot of good back and forth. A lot of good comebacks to you guys, especially that Smolder. Disgusting late game.
Yeah, that game was definitely the most rough, I would say.
Yeah, no, absolutely. What were the thoughts going in draft wise? I saw a lot of similar bans across games.
We basically just wanted to nullify Cheney as much as we can, and then help ease top lane as much as we can. We're kind of the two goals. We know, regardless of what we banned, Yummibot's gonna roam and get his mid away, get his mid, then jungle ahead. Like Lexi's gonna play kind of like weaker side. And so it's kind of just like easing what was happening on the other side of the map, basically, was the plan.
Gotcha. Well, if you had to give MVP to someone on the other team, who would it be?
That's a good question. Probably Cheney played his biscuits out every game, but just because of like my personal level, I'm going to say the Nocturne. I know it was only one
made
game,
it hard for you.
Just so obnoxious. I hate that version of that champion. My brain shuts off and I walk up and die 100 times.
I mean, you should have just bought boots on Cass. You know?
True.
Walk that out. Yeah, so what are your thoughts as a team, especially going forward? Because I know that was round 1 playoffs.
I think we had really good cohesion this game. I do think it helped a lot having Scuttler there, because he's a lot more vocal than Swice normally is. And I think it helped give us more macro direction in kind of the like mid to late game. I do really like, though, I'm hoping we can kind of build off that and just like as a team kind of step up to that level of play, because it felt pretty good overall, I will say.
Banger. Yeah, you guys played really well. Love seeing it come out of both sides. Love that that Gangplank build was absolutely wild. Chat was having a good time with that one.
Yeah, that threw me off because the Maokai also was full AP.
Yeah, no, it was something.
And Yummibot did not go shielding. Yummibot was also full AP.
That's crazy work. Well,
So it was a choice.
it certainly was. I appreciate you hopping on in the booth here. Looking forward to playing you guys. Should be a good time.
I am excited. Wait, did you guys already play your first series?
We have not, but you know,
Yeah, so let's not assume
gotta be
things,
preemptive. You know,
I'm excited to play the winner of the 1 versus
Andy and
4
the boys.
matchup. I'm excited to play the winner of whoever wins the 1 versus 4 seed matchup.
In all honesty, though, I'm looking forward to our series. Hopefully, you do get to see you guys. Got to get a little bit of banter in there, you know.
I like it. I like it. Well, best of luck. Do you guys have a scheduled time yet? I saw like this was all kind of like last minute. Like Mike and I were talking the last couple days, and like trying to short things up. Like we announced it this morning. I think you jumped on the cast pretty late. Do you guys have kind of an idea yet of when yours might be?
We don't. I don't believe we have a time locked in yet, so I'll keep you guys posted.
Well, looking forward to it.
Yeah, can't wait. Thank you again for hopping on in, and well played, honestly. You were popping off.
Thank you. Thank you for casting, and thank you all for coming out tonight.
Yeah, thank you everyone in chat. And thank you.